Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? I had to turn that off and down. Just wanted to record this video. Now, I'm going to title this video, You Paid What You're Worth. And the reason I'm making this video, because I had a discussion with an associate of mine, and we were talking about basketball. We were talking about salaries to draft. And he made a statement that we should pay teachers more than we pay people who, play sports or entertainers and things like that. Now, I want to make this comment. This is not, I know he subscribed to my channel, so this is not coming at him per se or his ideology. Because I'm going to say he made some valid points, and then I'm going to, have the points that I make as far as why that is not to be true. And one thing he tried to, one thing he was saying that I should have some research and things like that, but no, I don't have research, I don't have stats, so that's the disclaimer. But I'm gonna say this is true. I mean, this is not true, because this world drives all supply and demand, and you get paid what you're worth. One thing I can say in every profession, and I'm not just coming at teachers, don't take any position if you don't like the salary. I had turned down positions because I didn't like the salary. Because of this way this economy is, and because the way things are is with jobs and the scarcity of jobs, people are taking anything they can grab and taking anything they can get their hands on, which is bad. Because it shows that you're willing to sell yourself for less than what you're worth. For instance, if you know you have an MBA in finance, if you know that you bring a certain worth and a certain value, and you have integrity and morals, you're not going to take something, even if you're dead broke, you're not going to take something for $9 an hour. One illustration about this concept that I'm talking about is the rapper Master P. Master P, he had when he was going and he was shopping for deals, and I think before he got his distribution deal, he was going for a regular label on, not record deal, not label deal, because he has a label deal. So they was going to offer him $1 million, and he was broke, and he turned that down. And now he's worth over $300 million. Ice Cube, they was going to offer him, I think, like $15,000 check or something like that before the songs that he wrote. He walked away from that. And now he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So when you think about that, you don't take any offer that's in front of you just because you're broke. You could be broke, and that might not be the right opportunity for you, unfortunately. So, and I'm just saying this for teachers or anybody in the profession, you worth what you bring to the table. Now, we started having a little deeper discussion because I said, no, we shouldn't pay teachers more. And this is the reason why. I'm a business owner. I pay taxes. Those taxes pay the police. They pay the teacher's salary. They pay the civil servants the civil duties. The city, my city taxes pays all of this stuff. So, with that being said, the teachers agree. I'm talking about public school teachers, and I'm talking about the difference between public and private. So private can demand that salary because the private school teachers, they get paid by tuition. That's something different. It's a demand. You want a great school, it's a supply and demand. So if I work for the city as a street sweeper or a teacher or any public servant, I gotta take the salary that they give me. Politicians, they take, some of them make $100,000 a year, some of them make like 70 or 80. You can't be a city councilman and you have a certain salary and say, oh, I want more salary. No, because the city actually, that's where you get embezzlement and all that stuff going in there, because the city actually pays your salary. It's a set salary for the fiscal year. Everything is in budgets. So when you work in the public school system, you working within the budget. You chose to work within the budget. You had capped yourself with a ceiling. Now, I hope y'all guys follow me with this. You know, some teachers have tenure, they cap, you know, maybe their salary is $38,000, maybe it's $40,000, but you chose to work within that's the salary cap. Whereas if you were to taught at a private school, then you can get raises, you can get, cause it's about the volume of students that goes there and the amount that the students are paying. So no, like when it comes to athletes and stuff, you look at Steph Curry and LeBron James, Floyd Mayweather, people pay to see these people. Beyonce, people pay to see her. Drake, Jay-Z, people pay to see him because their value is in the entertainment. They value, people want to be, at the end of the day, they had a long, hard work week. You know, you buy Beyonce tickets for your girlfriend, she gonna love you for life. You're like here go 2 Beyonce tickets. I'm not gonna go with you, babe, but you can take your girlfriend. And I bet you those tickets, probably like for 2 tickets, minimum of $400. So by your logic, were you telling me that Mrs. Johnson, the 3rd grade English teacher, should be paid more than Beyonce? No, because Mrs. Johnson took that public school job. Now, look, I'm not trying to diminish Mrs. Johnson's worth, and that's just, I'm not, if there's any teacher that's named Mrs. Johnson, I'm not coming at you. I'm just using the name, you know, a common name for a teacher. So, but Mrs. Johnson is not bringing in Beyonce numbers. Mrs. Johnson has chose to have her ceiling cap. So you can't, what you can't do is you can't just say that she should be getting paid more than Beyonce. No, that's false. Beyonce sings, she's in entertainment. She brings in crowds. She's very talented at what she do. She get paid for entertaining people. People want to be like, at the end of the day, it's a supply, it's a demand for Beyonce, and she's supplying the product. Now that's another point I want to put out, and I should have structured this video, but the second part I want to put out is, what product are you putting in? Now, it's all about the product that you put out. I'm on my way to a sales job now. I make very well money because I put out a quality product. When I'm there, I do what I need to do. I sell. I go in there with the intention, purpose of making money. When you put out a quality product, you always going to be in demand. I always have a job because I put out a quality product. The product is myself. The product is my selling ability. That's what I do. So yes, I do get paid more than these Philadelphia teachers, because I didn't, and I'm just using myself as an example, I didn't put a ceiling on my potential. I was like, look, I'm going to do what I need to get done. So yes, I'll probably make more than Miss Johnson. And Miss Johnson handling your kids. But the thing is, it's not that I'm handling kids. I have a product that I put out to the world every day. People going to want it. Now, everybody don't want to buy the product that I sell, but for the people who want it, it's supply and demand. I'm in demand, man. You always going to need people to sell your product, sell your business, sell whatever. That's always in demand. That's why sales people make great salaries, man, over $100,000 a year, because it's supply and demand. It's supply and demand. Like, now, if I was a teacher, hell yeah, I'll be teaching at a college or a private school or something. Because I'm like, no, I'm a great teacher. I went to school. I have my MBA. Look, I'm not teaching at a public school. Now, this is no knock, because I know some of the kids need me. Now, if I was just to do it, and I'm doing it not for the money, but just for the service, of course I'm going to go teach at a public school. But if I'm trying to build my portfolio, build my net worth up, I'm not going to go to a public school and teach. And the reason being, because I'm going to build up my value, and I'm building up my worth brick by brick. I'm not just out there just teaching just to be teaching. And see that, I mean, yeah, and that's the difference. So that's when people get paid what they worth. That's when you get paid, bro, or sis, or whatever. So you can't say that these teachers deserve something when the state, when people are paying this salary. So it's the difference between you being a public servant. That's what teachers are. Yes, I'm sorry to say, if you go to school and you're working in the school district of Philadelphia, whatever school district you are, it's kind of like being a public servant, because you capped yourself. You're capped yourself salary wise. Now, if you're there to make a difference for the children and things like that, that's cool, but you cap yourself. Don't never cap yourself in this life. Now, once you cap yourself and you not feeling like, yeah, you can always switch to a private school, stuff like that, depending on, I don't know how teacher contracts are, because I'm not a teacher. Now, that's why I said it's absurd to say that they should be paid like these entertainers and sports entertainment and music entertainment. No, that's false. You know, because if I want to see LeBron James, I'm going to see LeBron James. Whether I pay $200, $300, $400, $1,000 to see him, I want to see him. Why you think teachers, it's more people in an all-star weekend than parent-teacher conference? There's a reason for that. People value what they do. Sometimes, and I'll be honest with you, not all, but a lot of parents don't really value their kids' education like that. And a lot of people will come and see the local basketball play. They'll see your school basketball play rather than to see you for parent-teacher conference. The coach of your school got more notoriety than you, and you the teacher. And I hate to say it, I'm not being negative at all. I'm just keeping it real. The star athlete, the star student athlete of your basketball team has more notoriety than the best teacher there. You know, because they're bringing, you know, championship. They bring concessions. They bring in money towards the school, because people will come see that star athlete play and possibly go to the NBA, NFL, you know, the soccer league, or whatever, you know, your school driving sports. They're going to come out to see it. The people are going to see the track and field. The people are going to see it because it's the product that you're putting out. The coaches put out a product. They're not coming there to see the teacher. That's why parents-teacher conferences is so low. And people complain about this, but look, I'm just giving you the reality. People don't care about the parent-teacher conference. They care about their sons going to the league. They care about their daughters going to the WNBA. They care about that stuff. That's why it's always going to be a supply and demand. Now, if you want a higher demand as a teacher, your product got to be out there. You know, if you have a teacher that teach at Daroff Elementary School rather than a teacher that teaches at St. Joe's Prep, you know, the person that teaches at St. Joe's Prep is always going to have a higher salary than the person that teaches at Daroff. You are the deciding factor of what your salary and your income going to be. And that's in any facet, any job, anywhere. You don't have to take crap. And look, trust me, I'm coming from experience. I took a lot of crappy jobs, y'all. I got paid $9 an hour somewhere with a master's degree. It's real, but I took it because I was like, man, I can't do this, I can't do that. You know, I gotta, you know, it's like, excuse me. It's like you gotta know what you're worth. And I'm not saying these teachers are worthless. No, they got the future in your hands. But also the teachers got to know that they can't complain about something they agree to. If you agree to $9 an hour, don't complain about it. I remember, this is funny. Looking back, I can laugh at this, but I'll tell you, I worked for the Hertz rent-a-car company. I can tell you that. I don't like to say what jobs I worked at, but I'll say this one. And me and my man should never get along. He was like a little young guy. You know, me and him was always eye to eye. And I told him, I'm like, look, man, you doing all this and you saying all this, but I'm only making $11.50 an hour. This ain't worth it. And he looked me in the eye and said, but you took this job. There's nothing I can say. He was right. I lowered myself and took that job. I didn't stay there, because I'll be damned if I'm going to be treated a certain way and I'm making a low salary. But he was right. He was absolutely right. It was no reason, like me being an older man now. I was in my 20s when I had that job. But me being an older man now, he was absolutely right. This is a career or a job that I chose to take. And for whatever reason, it didn't work out. But that was all on me. That was 100% on me. I would never do that again. But that was on me. And he was right. And I would shake that man's hand today. No, we never saw eye to eye. We never liked each other, but he was absolutely right. You agreed to this job. And that stuck with me. I was like, you know what, damn. I did sign the paperwork out. I did need a job. I did go do training. I agreed to take this low salary. So, but I had to boss up from there. So what I'm saying is you have to really think about what you're doing in life. Think about it, bro. Think about it, sis. If you are to make this kind of money, you have to be in demand. And you can be in demand as a teacher. You can become a college professor, things like that. So it's not over. I'm not saying it's over for you because you're teaching, you're not in entertainment. No, you might not make Beyonce numbers. Like I will make Beyonce numbers. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm gonna put a product out there that's all gonna be deniable. Because law of attraction. I'm just saying off of teaching alone. And just to leave you with this, my college professor, Dr. Bliss, when I was getting my MBA in finance from Strayer, he toured at many different schools lectures. I remember, I did his online class, and I talked to him on the phone. He on this yacht, talking to me from the yacht, out selling. He's a published author. He makes $300,000 a year. You could call him professor, but he's a teacher. He didn't limit himself. This man is world renowned. He taught me. He had a conversation with me. This is a $300,000 a year man. He didn't have to talk to me. But I'm saying this to say that he didn't cap his salary. And he told me, he was like, Tim, like, I'm still going to work towards my doctorate. But he said, once you get your doctorate, the sky's the limit, man. I mean, it's no limit to the sky, man. So Dr. Bliss, an older Caucasian male, told me that you can leverage your teaching. So oh man, so passionate, man. My message to the teachers is that, like, hey, don't complain if you took that $11 an hour job like I did. Don't complain. And I'm saying this not to be smart, not to be funny. And I know your worth, and you got to deal with these kids and the parents and stuff like that. It's a lot of factors, and you're stressed. But remember, you get paid as you're demanding, and then you got to put out a good product out there. That's how the world works. That's all I'm saying. You cannot expect, because you're stressed, because sales is highly stressed and stuff like that. But guess what? I gotta put the product out there, whether I'm stressed out or not. I gotta put the product out there, whether I feel to or not. I could be sick. I could go through some pains and stuff like that. I could be hungry. But guess what? In order for me to get paid, my product got to be out there. That's all I'm saying. So, God bless y'all. I hope this message goes to y'all, but you get paid what you're worth. And I'm gonna share this to Facebook too. All right, y'all. Peace.